And welcome to the 2022 CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series. This is the Arcadia Arizona Open, being held at the beautiful Casino del Sol in Tucson, Arizona. This is the first of 6 events scheduled for 2022, and we do have a full field of 64 players vying for the $75,000 prize fund. The CSI Predator Pro Billiard Series has a total prize fund of $750,000 for the season, and growing, folks. These events are held alongside the CSI State Championships in Arizona, Wisconsin, Las Vegas, Michigan, Ohio, and Puerto Rico, with hundreds of BCA and USA Pool League members in attendance. The game is 10-ball, 2 races to 4, with a spot shot shootout if each player wins a set. We got a great match for you with Tyler STYER and Miško Fortunski. This is George DHA in the booth, joined with Mark White.
Yeah, good morning. You joined us just in time. The break from Tyler. He won the lag and he's made the 1 in the side, George. So we're off and running, and he's got a shot on the 2. 3, well, look, 3-8 combo.
There, well, it's, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's got to be in position to get to it, though. He wants to be, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just shoot the 2, come off the rail, and bump the left side of the 4, trying to get down. If his speed's good, kind of playing to hit the 4 and stay there for the 3-2. Unless he wants to come all the way down underneath the 5-9, which is very dangerous. He just might come straight over right into the 5-2.
Doesn't want to catch the 9. Oh,
no, he doesn't want to get in there.
Oh.
That's why I like bumping the 4 ball, because that keeps me on that side. I can see the ball, and I can come around underneath the 5 after I shoot the 3.
He's missed the 2 anyway, so now it's Mieszko's problem.
Yeah, well, it's how much he can go rail first here and come right around. The cue ball will track right towards the 4 ball. He's drawing the ball, I think, straight out.
Terrific cue power. Mieszko Fortunski, one of the great Polish players, and he's made it, even bumping the 6. Look at that cue power.
The bump helped him. The bump helped him, and that's exactly where you wanted it for this shot.
And he can even...
He has to cut it real thin. He has to cut the 3 ball very thin.
And he can nudge the 5 out here as well, free the 5 out, George, as well.
That's what the cue ball will do, yes.
Yeah. So nice and thin, as my fellow...
Nice and thin.
People used to say that about me, nice and thin. Then COVID happened.
Well, this
played
is
the safety.
playing the safety, okay. This is the third round winners match. This is Tyler's up at the break here, which is surprising because he's got such a great break.
Just had his 27th birthday 2 days ago, George.
No, he was born, was it his birthday?
Yeah, it was his birthday.
That's right, you did tell me about that.
Yeah. I didn't, don't worry, I'm not going to sing.
It's okay, you're not. Happy birthday, Tyler. What's funny is I posted the matches this morning. I shared them, and my wife likes to watch Tyler. She's seen him a few times in Las Vegas and here, and I've told her about some of the pros. She likes watching these young pros, and she says, "Well, I want to watch it, but I have to go home." "Oh, I'll put it on the TV over there." To give you an idea
yesterday. What was her name? Carol?
Judy.
Judy. I don't think you told me her name.
Judy.
She was your better half.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go then. Kick into the 3.
2 rails. Makes it so thin. Oh, he kicked right at it. Well, it's going to leak. There's a 10 ball down there by that corner.
A little bit
Good
early.
look at Tyler.
A little bit early for pool fans. It's early for pool players even.
For you aspiring players, take a look at the mechanics these guys play and their fundamentals. Watch how they approach the table. Watch how they wander around the table. It's all got a purpose. Pre-shot routine. He's already aimed. He's aiming right now. And he won't step to the table till he's got his aiming done. Now he'll reach and step.
it's beautiful.
Those
Beautiful
fundamentals will give
cueing.
you results like that, folks.
Beautiful cueing, yeah. Coached by the famous Johan, of course, who was the Moscone Cup coach for Europe.
Well, he's also worked quite a bit with Jeremy Jones. So I'm pretty proud of his break and the way he's coming along.
Three-time Moscone player now at the age of 27, George. That's quite an achievement,
that's quite,
isn't it?
yeah.
Twice winner.
Winner of the Kremlin Cup. And you're up. Third round match, he took out Steve Lillis the first round and Blaine Barkas the second. Now facing the Butcher from Poland, Mr. FORTUNSKI.
Do you know why they call him the Butcher?
You know, I've heard the story several times and it always eludes me. Why do they call him the Butcher?
Because he used to be a butcher. No,
that's a good reason to be called the Butcher. Didn't his father have a butcher shop or something like that and he worked with him? Yeah. Heaven forbid, so for all the right reasons, right?
Yes. The Butcher of Poland.
Oh, he missed that one. He just let that one out.
You always think Tyler's one of them players that you thought would have won more at his age when you look at players like, you know, Joshua Filler.
Well, when did Tyler start playing? Do you have all his info?
I have all of it, yeah. I mean, he's been with Predator since 2018, I'm reading here. I believe he started...
Juniors, you know, he helped.
Yeah, he started in the juniors.
Well, he's dedicated and works hard. Mieszko.
He was here at 8 a.m. this morning on that practice on the practice table, George.
Oh no, yeah, he puts in the work. This young man,
he really has got a good work ethic.
He does, and he works hard at it too. First game to Mieszko.
And it goes, and we've got lots of other games going on here today. We've got 6 tables, including this, and we're getting towards the business end of this tournament now, George.
Yeah, we're seeing the cream rise to the top here. This is 10 ball, folks. As if you just joined us and haven't seen any of these events yet of the U.S. Pro Billiard Series, Predator U.S. Pro Billiard Series, the 10 ball does count on the break. Early 10 ball combos are a win. They are in the stream table. They are on a 30-second shot clock with a 30-second extension per player. The shot after the break, they have 60 seconds to plan their attack and their strategy for the game. So they should use it wisely. Some do, some don't.
Yeah, we've got another great young player from America, another Moscone Cup player, of course, Chris Reinhold. He's in action against Spain's Jonas Salto over there. They're 1 each at the moment. They've just started. And we'll keep you up to date when we get the scores.
I like that break. I like his cue ball on that break.
Look at the 1 ball, George.
Except that
he's okay.
Down.
He's okay.
He's got a shot, but he's dry.
Oh, he's dry.
He's dry. And Tyler has an opportunity here if he wants to get wants to make this in 2 shots. A good shot here on this 1 ball and catching the 7 gives him a 2-10 combo. And if he comes straight up, he'll catch the right side of the 7 and lay in position for it, or go on the right. He's going to shoot it softly.
He's caught the 2. He's okay,
that's such a pretty shot. Not a lot of players can execute that real soft, gentle cut like that. They usually hit it thick. Most players, at this level, you know, it's done more often, but at the amateur level, most players hit it thick.
Straightforward draw. Just a little one.
Interesting to see if he'll go on the inside of the 7 or the outside of the 7. Probably make sure he's to the right of it so he doesn't get behind it. Because anytime you go on the outside of a ball, you always end up behind it.
This is the first of 6 matches today, and we've got some, well, unbelievable matchups coming today on this stream table.
So far we've had 64 matches with 22 shootouts, so about a third, about the numbers that we figured from last year, about 30% of the matches go to shootouts. And one of the things I've noticed in looking at the matches on the bracket is that a lot of the shootouts are, of course, with the higher rated players, because you know the higher rated players will just, for the most part, run over your anything under 600-700 in Fargo. They're going to pretty much run over them.
Wow, that's such a mistake. They're worrying about the ball he was bridging over. He was also close to the 9, and maybe just distracted him slightly. And it's not often you see emotion out of Tyler, but you saw some then.
He can't believe he missed that ball.
I can't believe he missed it. I mean, that was a hanger, George.
You know, it's funny. I look at different things when I'm doing commentary, and I took my eyes off the screen and didn't watch him address that ball. You know, I didn't watch how he stroked it.
Yeah, he was worried.
Did he lift up or anything?
No, well, he kept worrying about behind him, kept looking behind him, and I think in the end he was thinking more about what was behind him than what was in front of him.
Okay. I try to look for things like that, that for those simple misses that you don't understand how somebody would miss that ball.
Oh, that's a nice shot. Doesn't want to go behind the 8.
He's not going to like behind the 8.
Oh, going to get the jump cue out here, I think.
He can't blame the ball.
The jump cue is definitely going to come out. We're going airborne with Polish Air. Here we go.
Polish Air.
Polska Airlines.
Well, in looking at the bracket, I believe, well, Chris Reinhold's still in, but on the loser's side. Corey Dewell's still in. This looks like a European invasion here.
Sorry about that, George.
It's okay. I mean, we got half
got
the commentators is from Europe.
You're even outnumbered in the booth.
In the booth,
with Vincent as well.
No, I had Tony Robles in here. Tony Robles was in here yesterday, so we did have another fellow American.
Yeah, but we also had Daniel Schneider.
That's why I didn't count it. That's why I just said him and I.
We're coming for you. We're coming for you, not just in the Moscone.
Then I'm going to start playing again, dude. Line up.
I'll tell you what, you might get a game for USA.
I'm sure I will. I was just trying to bluff you out, okay? He went for the bank. And the 2 was...
Oh,
looks like he focused more on the 2-way. That was great. That was a great shot. He consciously went for that bank shot and played 2-rail position for the 7 to keep that line blocked if he missed it.
Looks very focused in his chair there. He's another player, though, that likes to keep himself fit, goes to the gym regularly.
All these guys, I think from here on in, they all look like golfers or athletes, or you know, they're all fit, young. Now Yuki may be the oldest player. Well, there's Jovan Bustamante, who's 43 on the stream today so far, with the 4 matches coming up on the stream. Jovan Bustamante and Naoyuki Oi are the oldest players, 43 and 39. The rest of these guys are under 30 and under. Francisco Sanchez just turned 30, and the other guys are under 30. Mishko is 29, Tyler's 27.
He needs to be a little bit careful here. Doesn't want to overdraw this. Just about where he's pointing there would be perfect. Round about the line, George, I think.
Little Fargo information on these 2 players. Mishko is a 789, and the man you're looking at is a 760, all rising. Dead aim with the cue dead under his chin, dead center under his chin. He gets down so far and it's got a little cleft in it. Sorry, Tyler, it's just a joke, buddy. The 64-player field has 3 Hall of Famers in it.
Yeah, Mika Immonen still going strong. He's in the loser's side,
and
but
Torsten's over there playing right now.
Night. Yeah, we've got Torsten. Ralph Souquet's in as well.
Sure. Torsten is playing Dennis Grabe, as you like to say.
There he is over there. Meanwhile, on the main table, he's played a lovely little drag shot there. You saw the cue ball spinning backwards, but not to draw it, just to slow it. But allows you to keep a little bit of pace in the cue ball as well. Nice shot.
And we're about to go all level here. And we'll go to a break right after this 10 ball and be right back. We are back to Casino del Sol with Tyler STYER, tied at 1. This is the third game of a race to 4. Tyler is ranked 10th in the Pro Billiard Series rankings. He's one of the few players that has played all 4 events, cashing a 5th in Arizona for $2,000, a 17th in Las Vegas for $750, and blanking out in Michigan and Ohio.
I'll tell you what.
And with a break like that, he'll cash. And that's
he's got
big reason that he cashes.
He's got it down pat, that break. I'll tell you what, he's made the one in the side. I think there's another ball that went in the side. I didn't see which one it was, but there was 2 of them went in.
Now, we've seen these from a lot of the pros on this table. This table's a little hard to break and run out on. I tell you, they get good breaks, and it just doesn't seem to go to the end. But we've had, I think, I tracked them, so. On the stream table, 1, 2.
Oh dear, oh dear.
We've had 8 break and runs so far.
And I'll tell you what, that's twice now that Tyler has been concentrating on that cue ball rather than the object ball. And he's missed it. He didn't want to hook himself on that 3 and forgot to put a relatively simple 2 ball for a player of his quality. He's going to be in trouble here, thin off the 2. Right behind the 10 if he gets this right.
But some of these break looks, they look very promising, and all of a sudden.
That's a great shot.
That is a shot.
He's a very good snooker player.
Is he? Yeah, he is.
Very good player.
Yep, yes he is. He's also a billiard player.
Is he?
3 cushion billiards. He plays that well too. So he's pretty handy at the CueSports.
And that's a pretty handy shot as well. 2 ball going close. Is it going to go over the side pocket?
No, it's going to hang there and
it's rolling.
Get a little tough. Being on the rail, it just makes it a little easier. pocket.
I think he sends this round the rails, you think, or he's going for it?
I'm just wondering if he's
going to... just a safety. He got down too quick for me to... as if he was going
to shoot that, yeah.
So that's a good shot, smart shot. No need to take a risk.
Very.
He's got the upper hand now in this rack.
And see, we've seen quite a bit of that. Last year, you probably would have shot at that and tried to bump the 8 for shape on the 3. This year, these guys aren't shooting at stuff like that. They're playing safe. So we're seeing more innings per game, and the matches are taking longer. You know, we've given them an hour and a half, and most of the matches have run a little bit over here on the stream table, even with the shot clock. Tyler's done a great job there with that little kick shot.
He has, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He come to the table and he pretty much got everything he wanted out of that shot.
Chris Reinhold now 2-1 up over Spaniard Jonas Salto. You mentioned Jovan Bustamante just now. Still in action, of course. He was over on the booth table, on the practice table yesterday.
He spends as much time as he can.
5 hours over there.
He'll sit there and play for as much as he can. He's just back into pool. You know, he works full time as a caregiver, and so he wants to spend as much time. You know, I look on Facebook and I see him winning every time he plays it in Phoenix in these handicap tournaments, giving up, you know, 8 games to 2, 6 games to 2, and winning tournaments left and right. Everyone he gets into, pretty much.
Oh, that's a smart shot. That's a smart shot. Is he going to get the cover? He hasn't. So an easy safety again here then. And here's Coat. Talking about, I know you used to work for Wrigley's, George.
I did.
Looks like he's standing there he always chews Wrigley's, I think, when he's playing. 34
years. All right, well, Wrigley's big in Europe.
Yeah, very big.
Factories in Spain, Canary Islands.
I expected something more than that from Mirsko there. I thought he might thin it even more than that and get cover round behind the 7 and the 3 maybe. He's left a shot on this, George.
He's left a shot, but I don't know if Tyler can avoid the 9 coming off the 2 ball.
He can play a bit of left-hand English on it, I think, just to
he's going to have to play
widen it.
Interesting. He's using draw. Oh, he's low right.
Oh, he's gone inside.
Yeah, he went inside. Yep.
What a great shot. Right. Little nudge here would be nice. A little bit thick.
He's good. He's happy with that.
I wouldn't mind that, George.
Well, you know, you shouldn't be in the booth. You should be out there playing Tyler right now.
I should be Tyler, not playing him.
Oh, you should be?
I want to say hi to Margaret Fefilova. I know she's watching now. Hi, Margaret. His fiancée, of course. She'll be rooting and cheering him on there in Belarus.
She's a very attractive young lady that we get to watch on YouTube and watch. She puts some clinics.
Yeah, runs an academy with her parents.
That's right.
In Minsk.
Great fundamentals also, I tell you.
Future Scotch doubles partners. What about that? That would be a great tournament, wouldn't it? A Jack and Jill Pro tournament. Who else could we have?
Well, the problem's playing with your spouse or your loved one in Scotch doubles is you can kind of get at each other's throats. Why'd you leave me that shot?
That's a recipe for disaster, isn't it, really? I think I'll shut up about that one.
My wife doesn't play pool, but she loves to watch it.
Who else could we have? Pia Filler and Joshua, of course.
Yeah, maybe and they do play together sometimes.
Maybe in the future. Christina to catch and Fedor, maybe.
Of course. I like that pairing.
You've got Yvonne Ullmann-Heibler and her husband, Roman Heibler.
Does this go by? Side pocket's a little bigger than the corner pockets. These are 4 1/4 inch pockets, folks. So
I think it does. If it doesn't, he's got an easy combo.
Yeah, he's got good. I don't think he'll disturb the 8. Oh, he's going to play the 8.
Yeah.
They're a little bigger, but not big enough. It wouldn't take that shot. The angle that we see at the screen, of course. Players see it much better than we do.
Nice. Look at this. Look at his chin. There's the double chin. Look, the V in the chin.
I'm telling you, he's developing a little cleft.
He didn't really hit that as good as he wanted to. He's left this a lot thinner, George, than he intended.
Well, the good thing is that it's natural position. And I think he just wants to make sure to avoid the lower corner pocket if he hits it that hard. I think he wants to hit it that hard, too.
He does. He needs to come in and out.
Yeah.
He needs to come in and out. He looks
good.
Good. What a great shot.
There it is.
Perfectly played. Well played, Tyler. He's going to take the lead 2-1 then. Just this easy 10.
And with his big break, it makes him dangerous when he comes to the table.
Yeah, and he is up there, isn't he, with the best 10-ball breakers in the world.
10-ball breaks. Yeah, he's got one of the best. Misko's no slouch either, I'll tell you. Yeah. He hits those breaks pretty good.
And we are here in the Casino del Sol in Tucson, Arizona, and it's a lovely big ballroom we're in. There's chandeliers hanging from the ceilings. There's these beautiful Predator lights hanging from the ceilings, of course. And it is also the Arizona State Championship. So we've got 47-foot bar box and the 6 9-foot Predator tables. And it's packed with lots of amateurs and league players playing their state championships. Over 1,000, I've heard, George.
Yeah. It was bigger than last year. Was their biggest year, and this year is a little bigger.
Yeah, and players playing here, of course, for a prize fund of $75,000, $25,000 to the winner. And Tyler STYER will hoping to add that to his bank account, breaking off.
Oh yeah.
Rack number 4, 2-1 up against Mieszko FORTUNSKI, set number 1. He plants that cue ball again.
Oh, look
George.
at this. There's just balls. The table's leaking. Balls are going, and he's straight in on the 1.
Is it, you sure there's not 12 pockets on that table?
I mean, he makes it play like there is.
Yeah, made 2 again. Perfect on the 1 ball. Look at the 2 as well. The 3 dressed up over the 3. There's nothing safe here, George.
No, everything.
Should we go and get a cup of tea while he runs out?
I wouldn't mind one, actually.
Nor would I. I would love a nice cup of tea now.
Yep.
There's that gorgeous cue action again. Such ease. Strokes the ball through beautifully.
I think I'm going to have to go out on a limb and say Tyler should be out here. It's just I just don't see him not executing and getting out here. I don't like going around this 5 though, the way he's doing it. I don't like going behind balls. I thought he'd just go straight up and down. Now he's got an angle on this 3 ball that he has to run the cue ball. Oh, no, he can stop it right there. What am I talking about? I thought the angle was steeper.
I was talking to him yesterday about his experience at this year's Moscone Cup. As you know, I was there, and it was brutally loud. And I was asking him about it, and he said, "To be honest, Mark, I don't even hear it. I'm so focused, I don't even hear them." And to block that kind of noise out is a feat in itself, you know.
Tremendous. Yeah. And that's exactly for you aspiring players out there. What you need to do around the table is all you see is blue. And don't look at the crowd. Don't look at. Don't have somebody talking to between shots. Look at. It's all blue. Everything blue.
It's grey at the Moscone now.
Well, that's their problem. We're doing blue.
we're blue all the way,
right.
baby.
Yeah. Did he go forward, or he just? I like going forward 2 rails here.
I think he maybe. Yeah, he's got. I think he's drawing, isn't he? He's aiming low. Yeah, he likes the draw
going to come
shot.
across. Yeah, he does.
He loves the draw
He has
shot.
a big draw stroke.
Yeah. there nicely, just stun onto the rail, back out. Very nicely played, stroked it, no power. Almost gliding across the ice like an ice dancer. I bet he can ice skate as well. He looks a bit like an ice skater.
This is for a 3-1 lead. He, gets these 3 balls out of the way. Look how nice he just. That was a perfect draw shot. Perfect speed.
So this then to go 3-1 ahead.
$29 points higher in Fargo, but he's trailing 3-1. Once this 10 ball is pocketed, we will back for this 5th game of the first set. Leading 3-1, STYER to break.
On the hill.
Race to 4. The first set.
Wow, that 6 ball flew around the table at the same speed as the cue ball.
These last 2 breaks were just outstanding. The only thing wrong with this one is the 7-4 at the bottom, right side of your table, and the position of the 1 ball.
But look at the 3-10. Look, considering where the 4 is, do you risk this 10 ball?
Well, you might risk the 10 ball if you had ball in hand.
I'll tell you what. Bank this 1 ball on the 2, get straight on the 3, and take the 10.
And I think the only reason they would consider the 3-10 combo is the position of the 4-7.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the only reason you would, isn't it, really?
Yeah, let's see what he does here.
I mean, he could leave an angle to break the 7-4 out, of course. But, well, it's interesting to see how his mind's working. Need any info, guys, if you want to have a look at the bracket, see who's playing who, keep up to date with all the latest scores and prize money, go to usprobilliardseries.com. Well, he's got a decent angle on this 3 now, so he's got the angle if he wants to come off the back rail into the 7-4. Let's see how he plays it. I think he's, what did he call? He called the 10, I think.
he's positioned for it, and like I said, the positioning of the 4-7.
And he's called an extension as well. I think he's going for the pot. He's called the 3. No, he did call the 10. And then it goes. Well,
first set goes to Tyler STYER. And the second set we'll move right into 4-1 for the first set.
Yeah, as you say, that the position of the 4-7 made it an easy decision to make, George, didn't it? I mean, maybe you wouldn't normally take it if the ball's ruled out in the open. Quite an easy run
Probably
out,
not.
but probably not.
But
yeah.
I don't know if he felt that it was easy. See, we're up here in the booth looking at the screen. He's down there looking at the table. If that 10 ball's off the rail enough, and it looks, you know, if he's comfortable with the shot, that's a quick win. It's 2 shots.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a shock also for FORTUNSKI, just after losing the first set, as where the first thing he's thinking, right, let's get off to a decent start in the second set, and all of a sudden it's an easy 3-10 combo.
Well, here's a Mishko's break. Look at our sponsors there at the bottom of your screen, folks. Kamui, Alpha Crypto, and Seabirch.com. Seabirch is a great billiard supply company.
I was going to ask you what they did, actually.
Yeah, they get you anything you need. Anything and everything. I actually have just made a couple of purchases from them. I got the best tip tool in life from them. It's a little triangle, not triangle, it's a rectangle that has a scraper, scuffer, and tip shaper. Carried in my case.
There's a little bit of a warning there for Tyler to speak up and to tell him clearly what he wants, what he's calling.
John didn't hear the 10 ball called?
I don't think he was referring to that. He was referring to the push out. I believe so. There was an incident yesterday, actually. I think it was Bader Al-Wahadi when in his match. And he didn't hear him call the 10 ball combo. He said he did, but he said next time make sure you call it loud so that I can hear it.
Well, he's giving it back.
10 ball.
Did he call the 10 or the deuce? He can send both the deuce and the cue ball at this 10 ball if he wants.
Yeah. Oh, what a great shot. It's there. It's there. It looked good from the time he hit it.
Apparently he called the 10.
Oh, he called
deuce.
the 10. I think John needs to ask me if they can say it loud enough so that we can hear it as well.
Yeah, we don't hear what goes on. We have a plexiglass partition between us and the arena, so that the players cannot hear us.
Yeah, and for those of you wondering why FORTUNSKI is back at the table, it's because Tyler didn't like the shot, because he potted the 2. He didn't call the 2. He was within his rights to ask him to play again.
Good shot. It's called an illegally potted ball, or illegally made ball.
And now a chance for Tyler in this second set to get off to a good start. Won the first one 4-1. I'm not saying it's a true reflection of the way the first set went, to be honest, George, but he did win it 4-1. Slices that in beautifully. Now then, this 5 ball does go in the side. Deep draw back past the 9, leave the 6 into the side, and you're going to have a perfect chance. And John Lehman is going to be having a look at this 10 ball. He's leaning right over it. And you see the gorgeous stroke once again, and he's got the perfect angle on this 5 ball to bring him back for the 6.
You know, too bad 10 ball's not like 9 ball. You could play the 5 and the 10 on the same shot. A nice two-way shot. You'd have perfect shape on the 6.
You're pushing the boat out a bit, aren't you, George? You're normally the You're normally the well-controlled player, not taking
That's
any
control.
risks.
I love two-way shots. I absolutely love two-way shots. I call it a working cue ball.
I think we should make our way to the pool hall tonight, actually. What do you reckon? We're going to leave it till the finals night. We can commentate on each other's shots.
Oh, I can't commentate on my shooting. The language wouldn't allow it. It'd be X-rated. Not really.
He needs to keep his head down on this one. This is where the technique comes in.
Just follow it, just a little bit. All you can do. He's on the rail.
He's certainly a man on a mission.
I'm wondering if he's going to come to the bottom rail and come back up, or if he's just going to try to hold it there, because if he does, if he gets below the 9 too far, he's going to have to travel.
Yeah, he's going to let a stroke out here, go around the angles, I think. Well,
he's traveling.
He's got a little bit of a shot to put on here.
Mm-hmm. Now he likes the draw stroke, and the draw stroke does bring him down table. He should draw this, and it'll be just under the side pocket, and he could of course go up and down.
Yeah, I much prefer that shot.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, get the tip right through the cue ball, and this is an easy 10 to take the first game in the second set, already leading 1-0. And don't forget, Mieszko needs to win this just to force a shootout. And in it goes, and we'll be back after the break.
And we are off and running in the second set. It's been all Tyler STYER. 4-1 the first set. Mieszko has spent a lot of time sitting down. And Tyler, we've seen his break several times now. And we'll see another good one. Let's take a look from the side.
Doesn't make the one this time.
No.
The 4-railer doesn't go.
Well.
And it's dry. Is it? No, he's made a ball? No, it's dry.
Dry.
I thought it was. I wondered why Mieszko wasn't getting out of his seat, just having a little bit of a relax.
He was looking at the one
Not sure if he fell asleep, did he?
Could have been.
I'll tell you what, a score to bring you, George. From an outer table, Torsten Homan has lost the first set to Dennis Grabet, racks to 2.
Wow.
And Salto making a bit of a comeback also against Chris Reinhold. He's now 3-2 behind.
In the first set?
Yeah.
Chris seems to be playing rather well. Salto had a good outing the first 2 sets.
Roberto Gomez has also taken the first set 4-2 over Danny Olson from South Dakota, the real South Dakota kid.
Yeah, and he leads in the second, 1-0.
Back to this table, something to think about for Tyler STYER. Now, do you risk rolling this slow?
Well, see, if he rolls off the right side of the 1, he's rolling right towards the corner pocket. He might just go ahead and... he looks like he's going off the side. He's going to cut it real thin.
Yeah, over behind the 7. 1 behind the 8-ish, something like that. Oh, he's gone thicker on it.
And there's what you did not want to do.
And look at this 110. Look at the 110.
It's not that easy. I don't know if he'll shoot it. I really don't. But he needs to make something happen here.
I'm sure he'll have a look at it. No, he's not even looking at it.
Right behind Tyler, you see Tyrell Blowers practicing. That's the practice table that's set up. Yeah, I didn't think he would shoot the 10 ball.
No, it's a nice chance to get the arm going. I mean, he's been frozen out, hasn't he? For a little while now. So get that arm loose again. And he's a great player, Fortunski. And there's a few Polish players. You've got Wiktor Wileński, of course. You've got Konrad Musician, who we're going to see a little bit later on. You've got Mieszko, of course. And the new one who's just making a comeback, Bart Schalup from yesterday. Remember, we saw him also, George. All pushing each other to be better. Yeah,
well, Mieszko is a 3-time Euro champ in 2015, 2018, 2019, and 2016 Italian Open champ. He is yet to cash in these events, though, and he's played in 3 of them.
Yeah, as you well know, you don't win a European Tour event unless you've got a lot of quality about you. They're famously difficult to win.
Yeah, he's just under 800 in Fargo. He's a 789 Fargo rated player.
Has he come far enough? I don't think he's come far enough for this.
Can't believe it.
He can't believe it. And this
is beside himself.
You know, and this is one of the things about the Butcher that we see sometimes. You know, he just lets his emotions get away with him and he'll dwell on a shot.
Well, maybe he's got his nerves too well in control. Sometimes that little nervous energy forces a better focus. He's disgusted right now.
Yeah,
he's going to go in.
That can tilt him over the edge, this kind of thing. Although, I'll tell you what, that's not as bad as it could have been. That's not as bad as leaving the 7 over the hole, George.
Exactly. No, this is a shot that, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gave it back.
I'm wondering.
But,
you just put it on the top rail.
Shot. I think he's going to bank it or play safe. It's a little, just a little funny to bank cross-side.
Yes, a little. I'll be worried about the in-off here as well, the scratch. Playing that bank. The cue ball arcing round to the top left-hand corner. Did he call the bank? I think he did.
I haven't seen him indicate anything.
I think he just pointed at the side pocket. He's going for this. That you can see the way he's queuing up.
Yes, cue ball's going to travel right up.
Yeah, he needs to watch it.
I think he needs to draw away from that upper left-hand corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it lays
back.
funny. It lays funny.
I'll tell you what, if he can make this now, this will be a huge lift for Mieszko to get away with that.
This is a huge opportunity for him. He just failed at his last up, and now he's getting to walk up at a makeable shot.
I must say, I'm a little bit surprised at Tyler giving this back, George, aren't you?
I got to tell you, it does lay funny.
There you go. I'm really surprised he's given that back. I can't believe it. Wow, that could be a match changer.
It could. Because now instead of, Tyler pockets that ball, we're looking at 2-0. Instead, we're tied at 1.
Isn't it? And
And
isn't it strange? He walked away from that table disgusted with himself that he'd hooked himself on the 7, fluked the 7 over the didn't play great jump shot, fluked the 7 in and left it awkward.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, now you've got to say that's given him a real boost.
It should give him a big boost, but I'm telling you, he is so focused and such a perfectionist from what I've seen in his play at the table, that he's so disgusted he left himself. He just can't believe that he so nonchalantly played position. And it's going to bother him for a little bit. Maybe this will kick him in the rear and he'll start really focusing. Sometimes it takes something like that, and to be able to walk away with a win after doing that is big time.
Another, it's not a result, but a latest score. Daniel Schneider, who we had in the commentary booth yesterday, 3-2 up against Abdullah Al Youssef, who had a great run at the recent Turning Stone Classic. We're back here. We're all level, 1-1. Mieszko Fortunsky could break.
The left-hander from Poland. And a cue ball.
Cue ball game.
A little scary.
Yeah.
And will the 4-ball come in? That's dry.
It's dry again, yeah. Now, how's Tyler going to react?
Says, I just gave a shot like this up.
Yeah.
He's probably going to bank the ball towards the 2 and bring the cue ball back towards where it is. Unless he chooses to cut it inside. I don't think he'll bank at this.
No, it's safety all the way here, I think. That's nicely played. Got cover behind the 6, I think, has he? Hopefully, obviously we'll be cutting this in. Mieszko having a real look at this.
Yeah,
he's going to kick this from
He's
behind.
looking at kicking it. He's going to jump kick this, I think. He's going to try to get the 1 ball off the side rail on the left, over behind the 3-8-5.
He's called it. He's called it.
He's called
in case. He's called the 1. Called the cut.
Wow.
All out attack from the pole. Great effort. Oh, he's overcut it slightly. Now then, where's this going to go? Double kiss maybe? Oh, he's got the double kiss.
He is very fortunate right there with that shot. I'm surprised
that was the only
he went
thing
for
that could
that
rescue
shot.
him there, wasn't it?
In watching him shoot the jump shot, I could see he had space to hit the head rail and kick that ball. And that the cue ball would stay there, and that ball would have come 1 rail beneath these 3 or 4 balls. That was a high-risk shot. He's trying to force himself to make things happen.
Yeah.
He's trying to force himself to make things happen.
I think he feels he's got Tyler under a little bit of pressure at the moment, and he's trying to stamp home his authority maybe right now. And I'll tell you what. Yes, go on.
Or he's trying to play himself into a rage, where he's playing real good.
Yeah. Watch this cue ball. Oh, he's just got a little bit of a nudge on it on the 4 ball, but he can see this. Yeah. Now, I'll tell you what, George, he can stun over to the side rail off this and back behind the 2 and send the 1 ball back down.
He can't see enough of it to do that. That 3 ball has the right side of that 1 ball. He can probably just barely see it, and he has to find something to do. He's calling.
Yeah, he's calling it. That's what he's playing.
I see the bank shot that he's looking at.
Yeah.
I would kind of be. He's a billiard player. If he can see that much to cut it to go to the side pocket, he can see enough of it to send the cue ball 3 rails behind the 5. Off the side rail.
Oh, he's hit the 2 ball first. That's a bad mistake.
He's going to throw his cue down. No, he didn't. He placed it. He was
okay
with it.
Keep your cool, Mieszko. Keep your cool.
Good to see that, Mieszko.
The butcher needs to become an ice cream maker.
Yeah.
Keep your cool.
If he's a butcher and with that temper, I don't want to see a knife in his hand.
Well, deciding to just run through for position on the 2. It's not straightforward, this table layout, because the extension. 3 does go in the side, of course. 5 is the difficult ball. He's just looking at that now, look, George.
And the 3's no piece of cake either, but it will go to the side. 6 ball kind of covers your position play for it.
the pool fans are waking up, filling the bleachers around the main table, and there's a few people in the arena now as well. If you're in the Arizona area, jump on a plane, I did, and come and watch some great pool.
That's correct.
They've got no excuse, have they, George? I flew 14 hours for this.
If you guys are an hour's drive if you're an hour's drive from here, get down here.
George will buy you a drink, won't you, George?
I'll buy him 2.
Buy him 2. There you go. 2 drinks from George Share if you drive down to the Arizona Open. It sounds like I've had a couple of drinks, but I haven't.
That's right.
There's a nice bank shot. He's made it.
Alrighty. And what to do with the 5? Can he land? Can he use that space between the 8-6? Yes, he can. If he comes up to where the 9 ball is in that area, just don't get over the 9. He'll have a nice shot on that 5.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to play this. I like to play this a little bit firmly, just play a little stun run through kind of shot. That's the kind of, to let the stroke that he's coming back.
He's coming down and up and coming between the 5-6. That's asking a lot,
I don't
Tyler.
think that was the right shot, to be honest.
I think the follow would have served him better.
And he's not even. I know he missed the shot, but he still wouldn't have been in really good position on that 5.
He does like to draw his cue ball around. He's very confident with that stroke, and it's very successful for him. But in that certain circumstance, because of the way the ball laid, I just think he'd
look
be
at
much
this
better
gap
served.
right between this. Watch this cue ball. Oh yeah, that's it.
He's got
he
the
didn't
angle.
try to do too much there.
Just get to the window.
Yeah.
He's okay shooting from the window.
If Tyler goes on to lose this set, and then of course it's an anyone can win it situation on the shootout, he'll look back on a couple of moments in this particular match and think, wow, I missed an opportunity there. Oh, he's missed it now as well, and he's not going to be happy with that. Has he got a result? Where's the one going? Oh, sorry, the cue ball going, and look, holds his hand up.
Yeah.
But inside, you're saying to yourself, oh, thank goodness for that. Tyler not dwelling on it, though. Straight down, picking his angle, his point on the rail to kick it. Would love to just separate the balls here and send the cue ball up onto this top rail. Oh, he's missed it altogether. Well, Mieszko won't believe his luck here. He's got another chance.
In the background is Jovan Bustamante and Konrad Juszushin on the practice table. Well,
another great left-hander from Poland, musician, really nice guy as well. Recently reached the final of the Polish Snooker Championships. He put a funny post on, winner winner, chicken dinner. Loser loser, chicken dinner actually. I'll get it right in a minute. Doesn't rhyme, does it, George?
No. You got just enough where you can get off the rail. It's pretty straight. He's going to have a hard time coming off the rail. Oh, he's okay. He's good.
Well, this has been a really to and fro rack, this one, hasn't it?
Well, the best Mieszko can do is send us to a shootout. Oh my
dear, oh dear.
And we've seen that from him before in the arena, on the stream table. He is just not playing.
He looks in turmoil, doesn't he? Well, back in his chair, he can't believe it, shaking his head. Straightens his sponsor's badge.
Maybe Arizona doesn't agree with him.
Can't stand the heat.
It's nice and cool in the casino.
So this then, before we go for a quick break, but we will be back. It's going to be 2-1 to STYER and 1 set ahead. We'll be back.
And we are back at Casino del Sol with Tyler STYER breaking a 2-1 in the second set. And we've seen a bit of FORTUNSKI at the table, but he's not the butcher from Poland. Not playing up to his standards.
Oh, that's another great break. Held the cue ball right in the centre of the table.
He didn't make the ball though.
Didn't. No ball. Gave him a real thump though. I don't think he can get through to this.
Well,
he can hit the one, but he can't make
80% of the balls are on the top side of the table by the head rail.
Yeah. The 10 ball down there all on its own, George.
I'm laughing here. I just have to laugh.
You've got to laugh, mate. Laughter's the best medicine of all.
I think Tyler's okay to shoot this ball to the corner, and it'll be a two-way shot. That cue ball is going to track right at the 6-3, and if he doesn't miss it, he has position. If he misses it, he's not even. I don't think he's shooting the shot. He's playing safe all the way. I think he's going to regret that.
He's played it a strange way.
Yes,
I would have gone the other way if I'm playing safe.
Cut it over and banked away, yes. Yeah. Or taken the shot, because it laid nice for a two-way.
Now, let the stroke out here, Mieszko. And machete your way through this rack. That's a nice shot. Now, just needs to hold himself together now and just calm down a little bit and do what you do best, Mieszko. Just play the game.
It's a nice cut shot.
Yeah, it's a great shot. He's a very, you know, when you see him around the arena, he's very quiet, quite shy actually. Mm-hmm. Doesn't say much, but always gives you a big smile.
Yes. No, he's a character. I like to see him with a couple drinks under his, and having fun with his friends, because he always hangs out with the other poles that come with him, and but he seems like a good guy, real good guy. But from what I gather, you know, in his personality around the table, he's a perfectionist. He holds some high standards to his game.
Yeah, and when you're a perfectionist, even if you're a few inches out on your position, you still think, well, I didn't play it there. I wanted it to be there. It's a tough life, isn't it, being a perfectionist?
Well, if I say yes,
do you know
that
what that
means I'm along those lines. If I don't say anything, then let's just say some of us wish we weren't as hard on ourselves as we are.
Yeah, I like this. So
careful with the 10 ball.
Yeah, over
on
to
your
this
hand.
rail. Over to this rail. Tracking towards nicely.
Now he's had the opportunities this set to send us to a shootout. He had some misses. Can he work his way from it?
Well, he obviously passes the 8 ball. Doesn't look like it does from here, does it? Obviously does, though.
From the overview, it looked like it did. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have played position there if he didn't think it
right,
did.
Yeah. Now then, straight would be okay.
No, because you can't get the ball off the rail.
You can just leave it by the side
and
pocket,
use the opening.
And use the
a lot of players actually consciously do that.
Yeah, it's a shot a lot of the pros use now, isn't it? So that they can cue down between the jaws of the side pocket.
You could draw it back for the side pocket. No, that's too far down. When I said that, I thought it was up further. That'd have been a crazy shot. Somebody slapped me quick.
You are crazy sometimes, George.
Yeah, I can't disagree.
In it goes. 2-2. We're level. STYER, though, won the first set. This isn't over yet, and that was a really bizarre rack, George. Both players had their chances to win it, and Mieszko looked like he was sort of going a little bit the wrong way, and all of a sudden he's ended up winning that rack, and he'll be feeling pretty happy again.
Well, sometimes you just can't deny talent, and the way that table laid out, he had to make a serious error not to get out.
And it looks like Dennis has knocked out Torsten Holman. Yeah. So Dennis will progress, the Estonian from Tallinn. Always at every event, you always see him around. And he had that brilliant road trip with Alex Kazakis, Mario He and Oliver Schnolnoki. Oliver, if you're listening or watching, get well soon, mate. I've heard you got COVID. I'm not sure if you have, but if you have, get well soon. And there's a great article that you can read all about yourselves on Billiards Digest about your great road trip. Okay, FORTUNSKI to break then. We're level 2-2. Is the 5 going to make it? Is the 5 going to make it? The 8 is.
So is the other one.
And the 5 just goes in. It followed it, George.
Yeah, I saw you.
Unfortunate, though. No shot on the one. Nice little safety here, though, George, if he's got the little touch.
Just keep that one behind the 3-9 and come up behind the 7. A little bit of left. Well, he's on the rail, so he can't really use that English like he'd have to. So just cut it and keep it there and come off the rail.
Nice little touch.
Like that.
He might be called the Butcher, but that was the touch of a ballerina. That was beautiful. You could hook him back here, though, George. Now, do you want to go 2 rails on this and just flick off the left of the one ball slightly?
Yeah, just make sure you get your rail.
Yeah.
His speed's
yeah, there, see, look, that's where he's looking. 2 rails.
The problem here is that with the speed I think he's going to use, he may not catch a rail. Because he wants to hit that one ball very thin. Coming off the rail.
Yeah.
Even as close as it is.
You can even catch it full and send it towards the rail.
Off the 3, send it up and keep the cue ball behind. Yeah, that could work too. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
See how he plays it. Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah, it's all gone wrong.
7.
Though.
No.
It went wrong, didn't it?
Well, Miško has another window yet again.
Yeah, and he's ready to jump through it, I think, because he's got the bit between his teeth now. Looking focused. He's got his focus back. He's certainly playing well. Nice clearance. Nice run out in the last rack. And he's just got that lovely pause back into his action now as well. Looked a little bit snatchy at times, but now he's got that nice slow backswing, the slight pause, and then he goes through smooth. Looking good. I'll tell you something I've noticed about Tyler. I noticed it at the Mosconi Cup. Keep your eye on his cheeks. When you look at his cheeks, they go really red and rosy when he starts to get under pressure.
He gets a little flush.
Yeah, gets a little bit flush. And you look at him now, look.
Probably under pressure and probably when he gets a little heated. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyone playing against Tyler, watch out for his cheeks. You know you've got him under a little bit of pressure.
Here's a nice shot. Just looking at his clock, he's called for an extension, I believe. Can't decide which corner to shoot it for. I think I would shoot the upper right.
Yeah, I think I would as well. Over to the side rail. I think he's looking at...
He's left-handed, yeah. and I actually like shooting to the upper left too, but the upper right gives you... Well, they're both going to come off and get the cue ball over. But...
I think he's going to bump the 9. No, he's not going to bump the 9.
He's going to come up.
Oh, that's very well played. What a beautiful shot. Really well controlled that was.
Had he shot it to the opposite corner, he would have been on the left side and shooting to the opposite corner on the 6, right where he's at. It was one of those 50-50 shots.
Oh, this is a lovely little delicate shot as well. And for a big guy, he's certainly got a nice finesse about him as well, you know.
Yeah, this would make for a great shootout, I can tell you that, with these two players.
Yeah, both practiced it before. Tyler was practicing it for about 30 minutes. He was here very early.
Needs these 2 games to send it to a shootout. He's going to get this one. Oh.
He missed the last 9 ball he went, remember, but he's got it this time.
This is a very makeable 10. He's stretching. There's Yashushin right behind him watching.
And in it goes. George takes the lead. 3 racks to 2. We could be heading out for a shootout again. Tell us, let's have a little bit of a chat about the shootouts, because you've been working on some nice stats about these shootouts.
Well, we've had 32 matches, not counting today's, with 22. We've had 64 matches in the 2 days. Excuse me, 32 a day, with 22 shootouts. So about a third. Prior to this tournament, we looked at numbers from last year, and they were about 30% of the matches ended up in a shootout. And so far, this tournament, it's holding up.
Yeah, and another interesting stat that came out of that as well was the fact that the shootouts that have occurred have, as you worked out, have all been between the higher rated players against each other. So it's working. Now, the format is good, and it does exactly what it says on the tin, you know. It's
people complain about the short races and how it really favors the lower rated players. Well, the numbers don't tell you that, not at all. I can just sit here and look at the numbers for the stream matches. And tell you one thing, we had a great match yesterday with Naoyuki Oi and Alex Pagalainen went to a shootout, and Alex missed his 3rd one, I believe.
He's made a ball this time, yes, Coach George, and he's got a shot at the 1. Look at this, not easy to get onto the 2 ball, but as we've seen, this guy has got some cue power, and he's also got the bit between his teeth. If he can run this out, he will take it to a shootout. So Mieszko FORTUNSKI He's certainly been through a lot of different emotions during this match. Both players have. Beautifully played. What a great stroke that was, coming towards the 2-ball. FORTUNSKI favouring the Brave. Look at that for a shot.
See, with a touch like that and speed like that, I think when he gets out of line and he misses some of these little silly shots, it's just the focus.
And I'll tell you what, look where the 5-ball is, George. He can just stop. If he can get straight on that, stop the cue ball for the 6 in the opposite side pocket. This is a good opportunity now.
Yeah, it's kind of. I don't know if I would attempt to get straight on the 6 for the side pocket. I think I would just kind of come across it with the cue ball. In other words, when you make the 5, be about where the cue ball is now and move the 6 towards the pocket, towards the side pocket. Don't get on the rail. He's perfect. He's perfect.
Well, little shake of the head.
I would push it and try to a little high English and come in between both balls to push it towards the side.
Yeah, now he's just slightly in between, isn't he? Now he has to play it.
Yes, he nicely.
He has to play it.
Sure.
But it can still go. If he doesn't catch this right and catches the wrong part of the 6, he could end up behind the 8. That's why I didn't like bumping it. I would like to have got straight on this, to be honest. I know you wouldn't.
Oh, to come down? No, what?
And we're gonna set this shot up when we go to that pocket pool hole, and we're gonna.
It's right on the middle diamond. You can set it out. That's what I liked.
He's played it beautifully.
That's what I liked right there.
Pushed it beautifully over the corner. And I tell you, he deserves to go 1 set all here. He's earned a shootout in my eyes.
Now, I said push it towards the side. He pushed it to the corner. That was better.
That's all right. We're not nitpicking here. That's fine.
No, but I'll tell you, a lot of these.
Now, you are a perfectionist, so you've just answered your own question. You are a perfectionist.
Without a sense of humor, remember.
And this is a gorgeous shot here.
Yeah, it just draws
just draw straight up.
Straight up.
Oh, hit it a bit thick, but okay, he wanted to, I know. Just to steal a little bit of an angle.
He needs these two to send it to a shootout.
And it looks like that's where we're going. Tyler gets redder. FORTUNSKI gets more confident. In it goes. We're going to be back for a shootout.
Right back for the shootout. We are here for the shootout between Mieszko Fortunski and Tyler STYER. Tyler won the lag, so he will get to choose whether to go first and the side to shoot from. Looking at the graphics, you see where the hand places the ball, cue ball, and where the ball goes. Tyler has chosen to go second.
Wow.
That's the first time.
That's
the first time we've seen it. That's the first time we've seen it.
Wow.
Anyway, it's a race. It's 4 innings. Excuse me. And at the end of 4 innings, if they're tied, they go to sudden death, and the cue ball gets backed up 1 diamond from where it is. Cannot scratch. Has to make it in the pocket you're looking at. And your camera angle gives you the whole pocket.
Bang. Straight in the middle of the pocket. Great shot. And I think Tyler letting him go first is an indication of how Tyler's feeling at the moment. Not very confident.
Really? Well, if I'm not confident, I still want to go first. Because the pressure will always be on Tyler, being second.
Yeah.
Maybe he feels the pressure helps him.
Yeah, could be like that.
Mm-hmm. But that is the first time I've seen someone defer, let the opponent go first.
Oh, just dropped, and he holds his hand up and says sorry.
I wouldn't hold my hand up. I'd jump up in the air and say, yay.
Played it off 4 rails, George.
Yeah, at least.
Wow. Those are the shots that look great in slow motion, aren't they? You can count how many jaws it actually hits.
Shot number 2, inning number 2.
And we've got a
Doing these 2 guys.
Left-hander and a right-hander. See if it makes any difference on either side.
Like shooting it off the rail with this cue.
Oh, nicely played again. Straight in the middle. Referee John Lehman will place it with the 10 facing up. And he spots it exactly where it spots in the 10 ball rack. Doesn't go on the spot, of course, it goes where it racks.
Notice John was standing off to the side instead of behind the table. Yesterday we had one of the players ask John to move because he was in the line of the shot.
It was Dennis Grabe, wasn't it?
I don't remember. Yeah, it was, and he missed it.
And he missed it, yeah.
So apparently it was already in his head that something was bothering him. Oh, Tyler.
It looked like he hit that a little bit thin, and he did. Wow, that's the first mistake then. Fortunski leading 2-1 and a chance now to make it 3-1.
Now let's see if there's any let up in his focus or attention to this shot. Watch the stroke. Great camera angle to watch the stroke and make sure everything's pure. And it is.
And it goes, and that's it, is it?
No,
of course.
No.
Tyler,
It's 3-1.
3-1.
Tyler has to make the next 3. And Mieszko only has to make 1 of the next 2. Or the next one.
He doesn't need to
It's
make
3
any
to 2,
more. Yeah,
3-1.
Yeah. If Tyler doesn't make this, it's over.
Yep.
He must make this 10 ball. And he's just looking at the shot clock there. There is the shot clock in operation as well, George, of course.
And even if he makes it, if Fortunski makes the next one, it's over.
I like the way he struck that. Much more positive, much more confidently. But as you say,
If he makes this one, it's over.
it's over anyway, yeah.
Tyler needs him to miss. I wonder if he'll kind of like hit the back of his cue or something.
Well, we actually saw a situation the other day where the player was just about to shoot the winning shot. If he made it, he won the match, and David Alcaide actually took his glove off. I just saw David walk into the arena.
He's standing
actually.
right over there with
Yeah.
Mario He, Federgorst, and Francisco Sanchez.
There's some talent right over there. Oh, Oh, he's missed it.
How about some drama, folks?
Wow. Just when you think it's all over, he's missed it.
Oh, I see what I did.
So Tyler still alive. This to level it up. This is the 4th innings though. If he misses it, he's still lost it. Must make this. Straight in. So we are going sudden death. So now it's make the ball, and if your opponent misses, you've won.
The graphic shows you where the cue ball goes, up in that little corner. This is a tough shot.
As if it wasn't tough enough.
Yes,
I was just going to say, they've just made it even tougher.
Well,
John
you know,
Lehman, he's a taskmaster and a half.
Yeah, he is. Back it up and shoot from here.
When it's a miss, and all of a sudden the game has completely changed. It's turned on its head. Well, this has had so many twists and turns. It's been a right roller coaster, George. This with an up, down, round, upside down.
Now the pressure's on FORTUNSKI. Although if Tyler makes this, it's over.
It's over.
So
he'll be putting everything into this. He'll be using all those 30 seconds.
We were trying to figure out why Tyler might have let him go first. I would like to be in this position right here.
Oh, hindsight is a lovely thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It really is. But I would like to be in this position right here. Going for the make on this shot.
Oh, he's missed it as well. Wow. Wow.
Well, they both missed.
And this is only the first match of the day, ladies and gentlemen. We have 5 more to come. There's one straight after this.
Because see, Tyler in the chair right now has no pressure. The pressure's on Miško to produce. Because he still gets to step up and win if he misses.
Yeah.
So actually, I in a way, I can see why Tyler did what he did.
Oh, right in the heart of the pocket. There's the sound of that Arcos II ball hitting the back of the Predator pocket. And now a little bit more pressure on Tyler because he must make it or he is lost.
But see, it would have been the same pressure. Well, no, because had Miško missed, he doesn't have to make it. So a little less. Watching this shot.
Oh, he's missed it. It's over. The handshake. We'll be back soon with the next match. Thanks for watching.